Only got 7 toads left. Let's go, Plessy. Let's ride.
Maybe you don't like this game because you just, like, suck at it so much.
Suck? I'm dodging these boost panels like they're nothing.
I'm swerving around these coins like they're nothing.
I wouldn't get a coin if you paid me.
Lives? I don't need that shit.
I don't need red coins, look.
Whoa.
Whatever, I don't need this boost panel. Screw that. Hard like that.
Yeah. Whoa, get.
I don't need that one up. I don't need this boost panel either.
Okay, now go into the side. That's where the waterfall. Waterfall. Duh. Duh. Bessie, you asshole.
Yes.
There. Jesus.
Haha.
There. We got her.
I found you. Shit.
You weren't.
You need that boost panel.
You need it, yeah.
Why? It doesn't do anything to tell you which boost panels you need and which ones you don't. What is this?
It needs indicators.
Yes.
That's for sure.
It should have a little caution sign above the ones you need.
It should take a tip from the Sonic games.
Yeah.
And show you what pits will kill you and what won't. Alright. Alright, we're making progress. I'm sorry, this is a train wreck.
This isn't a train wreck. This is a fast-paced, action-packed, oceanic plesiosaur ride down some kind of waterfall type thing that's going on forever. That's what this is.
AKA a train rake. Chain rake.
Mm-hmm.
Don't jump! Okay, now jump!
What?
Now jump!
You said don't jump.
Oh, he said don't jump over the freaking boost panel.
Oh. I figured it would just give me enough speed to get over.
Why do we even do platformers? It's always boring as hell.
I don't know. I remember doing this multiplayer and it was just such a nightmare.
Yeah.
Half the time, like, literally 50% of the deaths that I had were me thinking I was you.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't figure out who I was playing as.
That's what usually happens.
Huh.
In these games where you're moving around the screen all
This
the
is
time.
reacting to something that happened 2 minutes ago, in complete honesty.
Mm-hmm.
I have like a delayed brain reaction with everything.
You can pretty much guarantee that, like, sometimes, like, depending on where each person is, the person at the front is going to be disadvantaged because of the camera, and the person at the back is going to be at risk of dying because of the camera.
And everything's going to be disadvantaged for everyone because the game's isometric.
It is an isometric game.
And that does bother me.
You can move the camera, like, between 45-degree angles, but it is pretty, got a static camera.
Kind of reminds me of Crash Bandicoot at times. The way you're running forward, platforming.
Mm-hmm.
Like, some jumps you feel like you just couldn't have made no matter what.
Yeah.
On your first try, just because of the angle.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when it's like at a 45-degree angle and you're expected to make a jump, and there's no telling where you're going to go.
No.
Yeah, speaking of Crash, I found out today that somebody's working on a Crash Bandicoot game, like an indie 3D platformer, which is a rarity in itself, but yeah, you can tell they're serious because they just announced that they rebuilt the whole thing from the ground up.
Like, is it actually called Crash Bandicoot?
Yeah, it's
Wow.
a Crash Bandicoot game.
So it's like an actual Crash Bandicoot 4 or something? Whatever it is.
I don't know if the people making it were designed or involved with the originals. I didn't look that far into it, but it doesn't seem like it. Because they just got this YouTube channel with an average of like 2,000 views.
Yeah, even we beat that somehow.
Yeah.
I think we are. I think we're up to like 23,000.
Oh.
And 67 subscribers. I don't know
Cool.
how.
Yeah, but our average video still gets about 10 or 20.
That's because it's just the same people watching everything.
Yeah, I know.
There's no, like the rate of subscriber uptake is low.
Yeah.
But everyone just keeps watching the same things or stuff. Like I got this feeling that maybe some people are just coming on the channel, watching the newest video and leaving. And that's it. For some reason.
Yeah.
What do I do here?
It takes a while to find out that you can kick the bombs, but you can kick the bombs.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's almost like I didn't even play this game.
Did you?
I did. I'm way further than this in my file somehow. You wouldn't think it. I have this propensity to forget every single thing about a game after I'm done.
That's good.
Because
that's why you.
That's how I can play the same things over and over.
Yeah, yeah. And I can't because I just, like, I know what's coming up and I'm just like, yeah. I still gotta beat this game 5 times though for 100%. That's going to happen. But, like, it's a totally replayable game. But yeah, you have to beat every level with every single character for 100%, and that's kind of nasty.
What the hell?
Yeah, like real 100%. Like the 5 sparkling stars or something.
I think I'm happy sticking with Super Metroid. Thanks. Need any other game. There's some people that think that with Minecraft. They just play nothing but Minecraft. And it's shocking.
Yeah.
It hurts my feelings that there's kids growing up now that are just going to play Minecraft for the rest of their goddamn life. Like, you can't tell these people that anything's different than Minecraft.
They might move on to Rust. Or something.
Or just something that's like one of those non-games that, in being such a non-game, it encompasses everything about games, and therefore possibly renders every other game null. And a lot of times I have a hard time arguing with these people because their arguments are so sound, because these games are really, really not good. You know, just like it's some of these games I'm confident if you could just show someone one of these games in like 1980 and had it run on a computer back then perfectly, games wouldn't exist as we know it because they'd still be playing Minecraft. Like,
yeah,
what's the point in playing anything else? I've got little adventure up here, little quest up. I don't need to play anything else.
Well,
it works forever.
Minecraft was really replayable for me because they were still working on it, and they kind of still are. Like, it's sort of complete, but they're sticking things in every now and then. Yeah, I don't think there is a phone game that isn't like that. Like, just a parody of video games in general that you can just pop in and experience game for a while.
I'm tired of games that don't end. You know, I'm tired of stop touching that.
Wait,
get your finger out of there.
I can't.
No,
I can't touch the fairy because he's in a.
She's in a bottle. It's a she.
How am I supposed to know?
Let's zoom in.
With today's LGBT
modern sensibilities, how are we to know?
Exactly.
Anyway, I'm sick of I shouldn't have said games that don't end. What I mean is, I'm sick of games that don't have like a success matrix that's obvious to the player.
A point of any kind.
Yeah, like you could go farther and say it's like a success grid, like a success ladder.
Yeah. That's
not initially obvious. Like, I like games where I'm turning it on and I know what I'm trying to do and I'm going to do it.
Right.
And it just feels like they're tricking me somehow, like they're pulling the wool over my eyes if they give me a game that doesn't have a clear objective. Like, not a clear objective, but doesn't have a clear success moment. Like, you don't get a moment of success because they want you to keep playing this shit for the rest of your life. Like, what's the point in that? I need to experience games. I don't want to play Minecraft because it doesn't end. Like, why do that? Like, why why in this day and age would I start World of Warcraft? Honestly, like, what would be the benefit for me? You know, nothing. Like, it's just like, why start something that doesn't end?
Yes.
Are you seriously planning on playing it for the rest of your life?
Well, World of Warcraft has dungeons and stuff, though. It's got a finite amount of content, like designed content, and bosses and things like that, that like are intended to be experienced. You can finish World of Warcraft.
Yeah, but you're never gonna finish all those expansions because A, it makes money. So B, they're gonna keep making expansions. We're way, way past the point where games can be considered not art, but an intellectual property where someone made something because they wanted people to enjoy it. We're at this point where, yeah, this game, say this is 3D World, right? And pretend Ubisoft was making this game. So 3D World came out, and they were like, okay, it cost $50 million to make it. We made back $55 million. Okay, Super Mario World 3D World 2 is green lighted. Okay, we're gonna give you $60 million. You made back $65 million. Great. Okay, now you can make Super Mario 3D World 3, and you got $70 million to make it. Okay. Oh, you made back $80 million. Okay, well, we'll do Super Mario 3D World 4. You know.
Yeah.
And then
just keep on.
And then when you get $80 million to make Super Mario 3D World 5, and it makes back $79.9 million,
yeah,
it's gone.
Yeah.
Like, that's the sensibility you're dealing with here. So no, World of Warcraft will not end. There will not be a World of Warcraft 2. There's just going to be expansions forever. It's not going to end. It's just money. Money talks.
Yeah, well, it can be completed anyway.
That might have made sense in the 90s, but it does not make sense now.
As it is now, there are things that can... Like, if you just focus on the... I'll just put it as single-player content. You can complete all of it. Unlike Minecraft, where you can just... To win Minecraft, you dig a hole in the ground and just sit there. And you can sit there forever, and you're, like, winning Minecraft as far as the game is concerned. That's my problem with the design. The only real threat to a construct that you make in Minecraft are the creepers, and those only, explode when they're near you, which means they're not actually going to randomly destroy any part of your building. So there's all these enemies, but there's no real threat, unless you actively go to fight them. And there's lots of stuff to find, but I guess there's that dragon boss fight. I've never really bothered with that.
Yeah.
But you just find stuff to make stuff, to find more stuff, and then once you've found all the stuff, you just make your building bigger.
Yeah. They're gonna keep adding stuff, of course, because people are gonna need a reason to keep buying it. But basically, is that so different than Warcraft? I'm not gonna say Warcraft. I'm gonna say, maybe we'll say an MMO. You grind so that you can grind more. So that you can grind more.
Yeah.
And that's
how some people play it, but my goal when I was playing World of Warcraft was to explore the world and fight all the major enemies that just sit there respawning over and over. That was the goal, and everything else was just the adventure leading up to that.
There's people who grind to grind to grind to grind and pay subscription fees.
Yes.
Which is...
Well, whatever.
This is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
It's a marvel of modern marketing. That's a shining example for any company that wants to make money. No, modern would be free to play.
Yeah.
That's where you're going. But
Oh god, free to play is a whole nother bullshit universe. I called it bullshit universe.
The bullshit universe.
Yeah.
That's where EA and Ubisoft lived.
Yeah.
They're still there. Like forcing Origin down my throat. Like, instead of making a product better, they just make it so I have to use it. I love that.
Yeah.
I love it when they just take away the competition. Stuff like that. Except they're never going to do it with Steam. Because, you know, Steam is good. Wow, what a concept. You make something good, people will use it. That's really weird.
Okay.
Wow, what a notion. What an idea. If we just did a good job, people would buy it.
What? No.
That's not
what are
right.
you talking about?
We can cut corners more. Just cut corners and, you know...
Cut corners and cut corners.
And screw everyone over. And, you know, it'll work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just throw enough money at it should work.
EA really is, like... I'm amazed they're still around, even. They very obviously hate the concept of video games. Like, at this point, they're going against the concept of video games.
I know.
As a source of fun. Because they've created this society where people just put money into things. And they're like these kids or something with money somewhere, and they can beam it through the internet and just give it to this company. I don't even know why they make products anymore. They could just like say, hey, we're EA. You know, the money well of the world. Just give us money and people would still do it or something.
They should really just make a game where
there's a like after all the controversy about that
Dungeon Keeper
reboot thing, I checked out the official website, and there's a forum full of people who were like desperately trying to enjoy this game. Like they're just like trying as hard as they can to enjoy this game without spending money.
Mm-hmm.
Like why? Why are you doing that? Like it's not made to be fun. You're just trying to get fun out of this thing that's designed to take money out of you.
I'm surprised EA, like... I should contact EA with an idea for a game where it connects to your PayPal account or your credit card. And what you do is you click a little button that makes a meter go up. And
you're not going to do this.
I know. And the meter goes up, and it goes up and up and up and up and up and up and up. And what you're trying to do, it's like cookie clicker. So you're clicking this thing to get a meter to go up, and then every once in a while the meter hits a certain point, and it charges you a little bit of money.
Yeah.
And that's it. You just and every time you hit a new goal, and you pay a little bit more money, it tweets all your friends.
Yes.
So that you can keep...
Yes, I want to show all my friends that I beat this thing.
Well, no, you don't beat it.
You
just get to another level, and the levels go up into the millions.
No, I mean like I beat level 3000. That's what I mean. Like you want to get the high score.
That's the game.
You want to show it off to all your friends.
That's the game I want.
Mm-hmm.
I want Money Ladder, where you can just mash that button as fast as I can.
Oh God!
Every time I hit that button, it's a tenth of a penny.
My wallet is just vomiting already. Vomiting money.
Just want to play that game.
All these coins. It's like
all that dosh. Just want to give him my shekels. Just keep mashing that button.
All this coinage.
Yeah. Get on it, EA. That's a way better business venture than Dungeon Keeper.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot less work on your part too. I'm sure it'll work. You just gotta market it right.
I can't fucking believe they made this work. Like this is such a like this is something you'd see in a video where developers are messing around with the physics they just put together.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, there's no way we're putting this in the game. And then they're like, Nintendo's like, nah, man, we can put this in a like mainline Mario game and not make it look stupid. Well, it's kind of stupid, but it's still fun to fool around with.
Yeah, I don't know. When I saw videos for this, I never thought that would be fun.
Mhm.
But it is fun.
Yeah, it's fun. Like just seeing how many you can amass in this level, and like just trying to get them all bunched together and trying to wipe out all the enemies with them, and just. I think it works in the physics because this game is pretty much totally designed around multiplayer. Thanks to that, they can put in this.
Also, the fact that the camera is isometrically placed and zoomed out.
Yeah.
You can see where the characters are.
Yeah.
Like, that's key. Like, if it was in Galaxy, it wouldn't work because you'd never be able to focus on all of them. It would be funny, but it wouldn't work.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the camera feels a little too zoomed out that sometimes, and that's because, well, they gotta fit in those characters. Like sometimes up to like 15 characters or something with that cherry power up, and it gets really
Hairy.
Gets Mario 128.
Gets steamy. Gets smelly.
Yeah. That dynamic enemy AI.
I know.
He's got like his own daily routine.
I know. They all have different places to go, and they all have jobs to do, and every one of these is completely unique. None of them is copied.
They don't want this to be like one of those your average everyday role-playing game.
Yeah.
This is going to be something special. This is.
I don't know how many times I've heard that shit.
Yeah, I know.
It's starting to just get out of hand. Like, Todd Howard is one of the biggest perpetrators of that. Half the time, when I get hyped over Todd Howard saying something and I play the game, I'm just like, Howard! When I'm playing, Todd! What is this? Todd Howard, you lied to me, you shit. These NPCs are just standing here. They're doing the same thing every day. And he loves to make up that bullshit. Peter Molyneux, too. Peter Molyneux loves to just say, this game, it's just basically its own living world, and you can do anything in this game.
Yeah, it's true, though.
Then you put the disc in, and it's like, oh my god,
it's
I can't do anything.
It's true with every game.
I can't do anything when you put the disc in. Peter Molyneux game. Wow. Wow, it's nothing. Wow.
Yeah, the enemies kind of shake a bit when you blow into the speaker. I noticed, like, when we're yelling, they're visibly disturbed.
Well, it should be.
Yeah. The enemies are visibly disturbed when you get angry at the game.
It's a new feature of Skyrim 2.
Yeah, it's a living, breathing world with destructible environments.
The 2014 Spike VGAs roll around.
VGXs.
VGX. And it's like Todd Howard announcing Skyrim 2. And it's like, oh yeah, Skyrim 2, yeah, finally. And then that they're announcing at the 2014 VGX, and the 2015 VGX rolls around, and lo and behold, Skyrim 2 is Game of the Year. Yes. Yeah.
Whoa, I never saw that coming.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
Like, that happened a few times. Like, they announced it at VGX, and then it won at VGX. And it was just another Todd Howard game. It's just exact same as everything else. Change as little as possible, and re-release it, and just act like you're doing work for years.
Yeah.
Act like you're doing work, and then it'll just get Game of the Year. It's easy. Like, they've scientifically proven what gamers are looking for in a game, and they just give it to you. Here's this open world. It's an open world where you can level up your character, and there's tons and tons of sunk time fallacy in the gameplay. And it's like, oh man, this game perfect Game of the Year.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
You know,
This rinse and repeat for, like, literally since Oblivion.
in Super Mario 3D World, each character has their own stats and abilities.
Oh.
So you can pick a character that suits your playstyle.
Wow, I can play my way?
You can play your way.
Yes.
It's your world.
This is what I wanted.
Uh-huh.
I miss games that make me play it their way. I love them. I love games where it's just like, here's this simple platformer, but then it just limits you to death, and you just busting your ass to beat it.
Like a 2D platformer with invisible walls that prevent you from falling off.
Like, I wish games would come out where the trailers are like, you're gonna play this game our way. And it's incredibly difficult, and it's just bullshit. And it's like hearkening back to a time where you bought a game and you weren't actually sure if you were going to see the ending.
Yeah.
I miss that. I do remember that, like getting a game, like, or renting it, and like not being sure if I was going to see the ending. Because when you actually got to the end of the game, it was actually something to be proud of, and you could tell your friends at school, and they'd be like, "You beat that shit?" They're like, "Yeah, bro." Yeah, Ninja Gaiden, like 2 or something, or Shinobi.
Yeah, people don't accept not completing a game like these days at all. There isn't a single person that does, it seems. But like even those that say that they like Demon Souls and Dark Souls because it's that type of game. Like you can't really guarantee that you're going to beat it.
No.
But then they beat it on the first try because it's really gotten not really as much punishment for failing as you'd expect from an earlier game.
Well, it's a combination of things. It's like you're for once in this gen you're playing a game where it's hard enough to make you think legitimately they're not going to see the ending.
Yeah.
And that becomes so fun in and of itself that you do see the ending, and that's a great thing.
Well, it's all about that feeling of a hurdle being near, if not impossible.
It's how you be the dungeon master. You're not supposed to let the players lose in Dungeons and Dragons, but you need to always make it feel like they could lose.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of games that don't understand that concept. Mm-hmm. That there's absolutely no intention on the game's part to make it look like there's any threat at all. Not that that's inherently what a game must be, but definitely there's a lot of genres right now that are missing it. That should have it.
Yeah.
Ideally.
It's just like when I'm playing a cinematic game like God of War, I don't feel that like connection or emotion when I'm playing it because it's not giving me I'm not experiencing action. I'm just like they're showing me action. They're just having me sort of contribute to this thing that Kratos is doing.
It's because no matter what, you know in the back of your mind that you're going to beat the game. Mm-hmm. Right? You're not saying to yourself, like, maybe I won't beat this boss. Mm-hmm. But there's always, like...
Yeah, and when I walked into when I first walked into the room with Ornstein and Smo, I was like, I might not actually beat this.
Yeah,
this is really friggin' hard.
Yeah, I know,
I knew I'd get it eventually, but it was going to be an effort.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I would have to memorize this boss.
Oh, yeah, you do. Mm-hmm. Same thing with me and Sif.
Oh, yeah, Sif, too, was a little nasty sometimes. He's got some weird attacks.
Yeah. And I played all the way through Castlevania Lords of Shadow. I can't remember anything about that game.
No.
I remember every single thing about Dark Souls.
That's because, like, you weren't the one playing it.
No.
Like, it was the main character, whoever that was.
Whoever that guy was.
That was having the adventure.
I know.
And you were just assisting by showing him what to do.
Yeah.
I don't know where Mario games really fall into that sort of spectrum. Like, it's like this game's kind of just a way too. Well, there's no yeah, I don't know how to explain it. I'm screwed. Whatever. Man, we're in World 3 already.
Pretty pleasant.
Well, there you go. Like, that's my point. We're in World 3 already.